Today, we are going to explain the movie Tribandari Barbarik. The full story of the movie is very good, but the climax is even better. To know the full story, watch the video till the end. And if you like the video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Now, without wasting any more time, let's get straight into the story explanation. In the beginning, Shyam comes to the police station to file a missing complaint for his granddaughter Nidhi. Nidhi hasn't returned home from school today. But the SI was busy with another investigation at the time, so he didn't even want to listen to Shyam. He was busy searching for a minister's granddaughter's dog. Since the dog belonged to a minister, the SI left all other work for it. On top of that, he starts speaking wrongly about Nidhi, saying that she's grown up now, so who knows, maybe she left with someone by her own will. But Nidhi is only in class 10 right now. Then Shyam starts thinking about the events of the last day. On 14th August, Shyam had taken Nidhi to watch a stage play about Barbarik. Barbarik had the most powerful weapon. If he had wanted, he could have ended the war of Mahabharat in just one day. Shyam has full faith in the story of Barbarik and he really likes it. But Nidhi had no interest in it, so after watching a little bit of the play, she went outside. When she didn't return even after some time, Shyam began to worry. Shyam has raised Nidhi since she was a child. Nidhi's parents passed away a few years ago and Shyam raised her with all the love of a parent. As she was missing for a long time, Shyam became anxious. I went outside to look for her. Nidhi was still near the hall. She would never leave her grandfather alone. The next day, Nidhi went to school and Shyam attended his seminar. Shyam is a psychiatrist. At today's seminar, he was showing people that the courage to fight their fears already exists within them. They just need to bring it out. That evening, after waiting a long time for Nidhi, Shyam called the driver and Nidhi's friends to ask about her whereabouts. But no one knew anything about Nidhi. There was no sign of Nidhi. She hadn't gone to tuition either that day. Because of this, Shyam came to the police station to file a missing report for Nidhi. Just then, an unconscious constable was brought in. Even though he was a policeman, he couldn't tolerate the sight of a dead body. He was scared of everything. So the SI sent everyone except Chandan to look for the dog and gave Nidhi's case to Chandan. Shyam realized that Chandan wouldn't be able to do anything. He would have to take action himself. Just then, Shyam noticed a smartwatch in Nidhi's photo. That watch was connected to Shyam's phone. So, Shyam asked Chandan to track the smartwatch's location. The location turned out to be a very dangerous place. Shyam immediately went there with Chandan. The house belonged to someone else. Nidhi wasn't there. The man said he found Nidhi's watch on the road and had picked it up to gift it to his daughter. Shyam then took that man to the exact place where the watch had been found. There was a CCTV camera nearby on that road. Then, the movie goes back to 15 days earlier, where two friends Dev and Ram are shown, both desperately in need of money. One day, Dev takes Ram to the hideout of a gangster named Das. Das is a dog lover. Earlier, Das had given Dev several lakhs of rupees, but Dev hadn't returned even 1 lakh till now. Still, now Ram is also going to work for Das. So, Das gives them a dog. Das uses the dog to smuggle drugs by tying packets around its neck. Because of the dog, the police never suspect anything. Dev removes the drugs from the dog's neck and sells them, then goes to gamble with that money. Dev is heavily addicted to gambling. He has lost all his money in it and he loses again today. Ram doesn't like Dev's gambling habit at all, but still, the two are best friends. Ram's plan is to get a US visa and go there to earn more money, but right now he's just a cab driver. To get the visa, Ram needs at least 30 lakhs as bank balance and another 20 lakhs for other formalities. One day, Ram sees Satya and instantly falls in love with her. He genuinely likes her. On the other hand, Dev's parents have passed away. His aunt Padma has raised him like her own son. Padma runs a milk and cab business and doesn't engage in any illegal activities. Dev and Padma's daughter are in love with each other, and Padma is happy about their relationship. She doesn't know about Dev's criminal activities. Padma is very dangerous. Even Das is afraid of her. One day, Satya takes a lift from Ram. Ram uses this opportunity to impress her, follow her, and start picking her up. Slowly, their conversations increase and a love story begins between them. Satya starts visiting Ram's house and meets his mother. One day, Ram kisses Satya, and she suddenly behaves strangely and locks herself in a room. The next day, Satya tells Ram that after her parents died, she lived with her uncle, who treated her very badly. Since then, she's never felt safe around men. But after meeting Ram, she slowly began to feel secure with him. However, she still hasn't fully recovered from her childhood trauma. Ram understands her struggles and gives her the time and space to face her fears. The story then returns to the present time. That evening, CCTV footage from the street shows Nidhi. It reveals that she had been kidnapped by a group of criminals. The police catch those kidnappers and begin a third-degree interrogation. The criminals confess that Nidhi was with a drug-addicted boy on the street. That boy had bought drugs from them that very day. While on the road, the boy kissed Nidhi without consent. Nidhi got very angry, slapped him, and walked away. Taking advantage of the moment, the gang kidnapped her, beat her, and tried to assault her on a deserted road. But Nidhi somehow managed to escape and save her life. After that, the criminals claim they don't know what happened to her. The SI was trying to beat and interrogate the criminals for answers, but since Shyam is a psychiatrist, he realized that they genuinely didn't know much more. Shyam then asks Nidhi's friend about that schoolboy, but it turns out Nidhi didn't have any male friends at all. Later, the police recover Nidhi's bag from the criminals. Shyam brings it home. Until then, there seemed to be no clue about Nidhi's whereabouts. Inside the bag, he finds a Barbaric book. She was going to gift it to Shyam for his birthday the next day. The movie then shifts back to the past. Das arrives at Padma's house. He offers Dev a deal. If Dev agrees to let Das smuggle drugs in Padma's area, he'll forgive all of Dev's debt. That day, Dev, Das, and Padma sit down for a meeting. But Padma refuses. She won't allow drugs in her territory. Though Padma herself has a criminal background, the police have never come after her so far. Padma slaps Das and tells him to leave. Before leaving, Das threatens Dev. He must return the money within a day, or Das will extract it from Padma herself. On the other hand, Ram urgently needed money for his visa. So Dev suggests kidnapping or stealing, claiming it's the fastest way to get cash. Ram normally doesn't do such things, but since Dev is his close friend, he agrees. The movie then shifts back to the present. Shyam was looking at the Barbaric book and recalls he didn't receive it on the 14th. So how did it end up with Nidhi on the 15th? He had told the shopkeeper to call him once the book arrived. Shyam then visits the bookstore where Nidhi had bought the book and sees CCTV footage showing her with that boy. Now Shyam gets the boy's address. The boy's name was Pradeep. Shyam quickly heads to Pradeep's place. Pradeep, using studies as an excuse, would visit friends' homes to do drugs. Shyam, with help from Pradeep's father, confronts Pradeep. Seeing Shyam, Pradeep gets scared and insists he did nothing wrong. But after strict questioning, he admits he kissed Nidhi against her will and she left angrily, but he didn't do anything beyond that. Later, Pradeep saw Nidhi getting into a car that had a bull sticker on the mirror. Shyam then starts searching for cars with bull stickers on the road. Chandan also begins investigating cars with the same sticker, tracking them based on Nidhi's last known location and time. The film then flashes back to the past. Ram didn't want to commit any crime, but one day a cab passenger casually mentioned keeping lakhs of rupees in cash at home. Ram sees this as an opportunity and plans a robbery. Dev uses a laser pointer to target the passenger and his children, while Ram calls the passenger to threaten him, saying, "If you want to save your children, throw the money down." Scared, the man throws 30 lakhs rupees onto the street. Ram sends 5 lakhs to his agent to begin his visa process, but Dev gambles away the remaining money. Even now, he hasn't returned even 1 lakh rupee to Das. The next day, Das comes to Dev's aunt's house to collect his money, but Dev and Ram stop him. Ram is deeply shaken after learning that Dev has again lost all the money in gambling. At that moment, Ram decides he can no longer be involved in any crime or stand by Dove. He walks away from the friendship. Dove, left alone, pleads with Das for a little more time to return the money. That night, while Dove is drunk, Ram kidnaps the minister's dog. The minister's granddaughter refuses to eat without her dog, so Ram demands a ransom of 50 lakhs rupees from the minister in exchange for the dog. They got that much money, both Deb and Ram's financial problems would be solved. The minister agreed to pay 5 million taka. Trusting the SI, he sent his son with 5 million taka to bring back the dog. Ram had planned the sniper operation. He had kept the dog locked in a box by the roadside, and Deb was pointing a laser light at the dog. Then Ram told the minister's son to throw the money bag over the other side of the wall. After getting the bag, they could take the dog. But then the SI shot the sniper, and the money bag didn't reach Ram's hands. The police found the dog, the sniper, and also saved the money. However, the sniper was actually a dummy. Deb was not there at that time. Deb came to the cremation ground to cremate Nidhi's dead body. Deb showed a gun to the person burning the body and ordered him to burn Nidhi's body. But suddenly, the man recognized Nidhi. Nidhi had once fed him food. Now, the man recognizes the school from Nidhi's clothes and uses the excuse of fixing a light to move away. Then he calls the bus driver and informs him about Nidhi. The bus driver tells everything to Shyam because Shyam has been searching for Nidhi since evening. To save his own life, the killer burns Nidhi's body. When Shyam and Chandan arrive, the body is completely burned. Nidhi is dead. All evidence is destroyed and police officer Chandan falls ill again. When Chandan returns, he is ready to do anything to bring justice for Nidhi. Shyam gives Chandan a car number because he saw a car there while going to the cremation ground. Now Shyam himself wants to punish the culprit who killed Nidhi, but he just needs to find that person. Meanwhile, Deb and Padma's daughter are celebrating their wedding. Deb is about to marry Mahalakshmi. At that moment, Das's men kidnap him. Das has threatened to kill Deb because his deadline to return the money has passed. Das had goods worth 100 crore taka seized by the police. The officer showed 2 crore worth of goods to the media but kept the rest for himself. These goods were very important to Das because without them, he would be finished. Getting the goods back from the police seemed impossible. Then Deb said, someone like Ram, a mastermind, can handle this. With Ram's help, Deb plans to recover Das's goods. Das again gives Deb a chance to get his goods back. Meanwhile, Chandan investigates the cab and finds that the car belongs to Padma, who owns 100 cars. Padma is very dangerous, so going to her means risking one's life. Still, Chandan isn't afraid because he wants to find Nidhi's killers. He starts working as a car cleaner at Padma's house and secretly collects driver information from the car entry register at night. The car was Padma's and the drivers were Deb and Ram. Chandan informs Shyam about those 2 boys, but it's still unclear who brought Nidhi that night. Now Shyam publishes Nidhi's missing news in the newspaper and goes to Ram's mother to tell her the whole truth. Ram's mother cannot believe that her son could do something like this. If they don't help Shyam, he will go to the police and Ram's life will be ruined. So Ram's mother agrees to help Shyam find out the truth. Meanwhile, Ram is with Deb at a drug officer's house, planning to recover drugs from inside. Deb places a tracker under the officer's car. At midnight, when Ram is home, his mother shows him Nidhi's ID and the missing news, wanting to know the truth. They lie to Ram saying Nidhi's ID card was found in his car, so he cannot make any false excuses. Ram then confessed everything, how Deb wasted Das' money, started doing wrong things to repay his debt and fix his life. Ram admitted he kidnapped the minister's dog and Deb had abducted Nidhi. Ram said he wanted to leave Deb after hearing about Nidhi, but Deb drugged his drink and made him unconscious. In the morning, they planned to exchange the dog for money and return Nidhi home. Ram was unconscious during this. After a while, Nidhi tried to escape. Deb was awake but drunk. Deb beat Nidhi and did terrible things to her. Nidhi tried to stab Deb with a stick to escape, but Deb got angry and killed her. When Ram woke up, Nidhi was already dead. If Ram had gone to the police, Deb would have gone to jail. So Ram hid Nidhi's body in the car to protect his friend. Ram sent Nidhi's body to be burned. The next day, Deb came to him about Das' business. Deb needed to get Das's drugs out of police custody. Ram didn't want to work with Deb anymore. Then Deb showed Ram a video of him putting Nidhi's body in the car. Deb started blackmailing Ram, forcing him to steal drugs again. Ram got trapped. Ram's mother told Shyam everything and showed him the blackmail video. She asked Shyam for help to save her son's life. Ram went down the wrong path to save his friend, but it wasn't his fault. At night, Ram hacked the officer's security system and found the drugs inside in just 5 minutes. When the officer's phone got a security breach alert, Ram quickly returned home. Deb was tracking the officer's car location. As soon as Deb reached the officer's house, he called the police. Ram had stolen all the drugs except 2 packets which he hid separately. The remaining 2 packets got Ram caught by the police. Das's drugs were found there and the officer was sent to jail. After that, they returned Das's goods, so Das no longer threatened them. But the next day, Deb's dead body was found by the police. The SI promised to catch Deb's killers quickly. But Padma didn't trust the police and said she'd find and kill the murderer herself. Then Das's goons caught Ram and started beating him. Because Ram and Deb hadn't returned all of Das's goods, only 8 packets were returned. Das wanted to beat Ram to get his goods back. But Ram himself didn't know if he still had the goods or how it had changed. Ram fought off the goons and escaped. Later, Chandan came to Ram and told him everything. It was Ram's mother who had swapped the goods. On the night of the theft, she had taken a lift from Deb and the goods were replaced with flour. Ram had lied to his mother, but even with that story, he couldn't fool Shyam. If Deb had done those things to Nidhi and Nidhi had attacked Deb and fled, then why were Ram's hands injured in that video? It was actually Ram who was with Nidhi that night and who attacked her. Later, it's revealed that Ram also attacked Deb because Deb was blackmailing him. Now, no one trusts Ram anymore. So he teams up with Das and kills Deb. Afterwards, Chandan urges Ram to escape quickly to avoid Shyam's grasp. Meanwhile, Shyam was conducting the last therapy session with Satya, who was receiving treatment to overcome his childhood trauma. Satya had improved a lot by this final session. Then, Shyam tells Satya that Nidhi had gone through something very similar to what Satya experienced in his childhood. There are still such beasts living in their society today. Before leaving, Shyam gives Satya a gift so that in the future, Satya can recognize these kinds of beasts and keep himself safe. At that moment, Ram arrives to take Satya away. Ram thinks Shyam has told Satya the full truth about Nidhi's killers. Feeling guilty, Ram turns to Satya and starts asking for forgiveness because Ram was the one behind everything. He asks for forgiveness for this one mistake. He had been drunk at the time. But Satya has lived his life fearing such beasts since childhood. He has faced what happened to Nidhi himself. Then Satya shoots Ram dead. Shyam had given Satya a gun for his safety in the future. At that moment, Padma arrives with her men to attack Ram. Seeing Satya crying, Padma understands everything and takes responsibility for protecting Satya by confronting the killers. In the end, Shyam tells Chandan that on that day, Nidhi was not actually burnt at the crematorium. That day, that person had cleverly saved Nidhi. Now, Nidhi is in a coma and will soon recover physically. But it's uncertain when he will be free mentally from this trauma. And with this, the movie ends. Friends, this was the explanation of the movie Tribandhuri Barbaric. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and share it. To watch more interesting videos like this, please subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon so you get our videos on time.